What?
I'll kill you again in hell, my friend.
Whether it's in the wilderness, on a covered wagon, or out on a lake, players can stir up a heck of a lot of trouble in Red Dead Redemption 2. That's why today we are reacting to the medical scenes and injuries to this super popular video game. Let's dive right in.
How about this?
Oh. Oh man, it just fell. Wait a minute, okay. If somebody falls on their feet, you always worry about calcaneal fractures. The talus, which sits just above the calcaneus, and then you have your tibia right there, which sits on top. Because of the force, you always worry if somebody has back pain with these. Oof. If anybody's fallen on their coccyx now, that's the tailbone. Oof. And then you can cause laceration, fractures. The higher you fall from, especially greater than 3 times your own height, is a major trauma. Falling from that high, there's always a chance of death. Oh. Oh! Falling off of a horse, you're high up. You really have to worry about actually the horse falling on you. The horse weighs so much that it can cause crush injuries to yourself. Feel bad for the horse. The horse is probably injured as well. Oh. Oh. If you punch somebody in the mouth, you increase the risk of getting open fractures and open wounds. Bacteria from our mouths can get into the cuts. This is an older time period. Antibiotic use, not until later.
You know, life's a strange thing, but all in all, okay.
Oh. Whoa! Through the neck, your major blood vessels run either side. So you have your carotid arteries and your jugular veins. You have your trachea, you have your esophagus, and then on the other side, you have your spinal cord going. Wouldn't actually squirt that much per se. Oh! Oh! He's still rowing. Holy cow. When somebody actually gets lit on fire like that, it's taking away your oxygen. You're inhaling some of the flames. It actually causes inflammation, which then causes swelling, which then closes off your airway over time. This could happen minutes, not specifically seconds, but you can burn down into your airway. How is that even possible? Typically, people who come to the emergency department are already put out. You always worry about airway compromise. You're looking for soot, singed nose hairs, as well as singed eyebrows, eyelashes, that sort of thing.
How are you doing?
Ain't too bad.
A nice little rifle. Oh man, slapped in the face and knocked out. Fell off a moving train. You're gonna have road rash. You can fracture or break one of those limbs that you're trying to brace yourself with. They say tuck and roll. You're going the same speed as that train. I was gonna get kicked by a horse. Oh no, they're just manhandling fights.
Over there. Hey.
Oh, I'll say no surviving that fall unless you land on a bunch of trees that it's a canopy that looks like a net for you. You hit your head there. Maybe it's a good thing in the sense of like become unconscious and not realizing you're falling to your death. Oh! Talk about stabbed in the back. It could get to the heart because the heart is center left. If you're actually close enough to the spine on the left side and goes through past the ribs, you might be able to actually puncture the heart.
You got an annoying kind of face.
You got a
Here we
mouth so
go.
big you fall in.
Oh! Wow. Hitting right into the jugular. If it hits in there and stays in there, it actually is probably not causing you to bleed out. So if that's the case, stabilize it, wrap it, bandage it in the position that it's at, get to somebody that can help you, like a hospital, trauma center. I love it.
I love it.
Gotta be careful of glass. It easily will lacerate you, especially if you're trying to clean it up. Don't do that. Use a broom versus your own hands.
Oh my God.
Oh! That's a knife to the suprapubic area. Could impale the bladder if the bladder was full. Could hit the rectum on the other side or part of your sigmoid colon. Oh, he's trying to get up. That's pretty good. Wow. Trying to run away. Obviously, if you're stabbed somewhere in the body, if you're in a situation where you got to get out of there, you got to do what you got to do. But if it happens and nobody else is around, don't just take it out. Leave it, stabilize it, walk slowly, call an ambulance, get to the hospital. How did they run into each other? Oh.
God damn it.
Hit his head, and now he's altered. He might have a brain bleed, something called a subarachnoid bleed, a subdural bleed, an epidural bleed. These are all different types of bleeding that can occur in your head from a trauma.
Busy day?
What, they pay you for 40 winks, huh?
Well, keep at it.
You take care now. Nice gun.
Wow. Sometimes people will be injured with multiple gunshot wounds and they're okay. Versus sometimes people will actually get one gunshot wound and they don't make it. All depends where the hit actually takes place. And a lot of times caliber of bullet.
I'll happily pull this trigger.
Oh! What the? How much force was on the neck? You can press down the trachea enough to cause somebody to stop breathing. And then the other component is so much force around the blood vessels of your neck. If you hold on for too long with both of those, you're gonna cause asphyxiation and decrease oxygen to the brain.
This what you want?
You're dead.
Oh! I was all worried that he was going to get impaled. We see people who have actually come in with pieces of fence still impaled into their body and we have to take it out. Most of the time it's soft tissue injuries if they're still alive, just through the tissue, the muscle, the fat, versus through vital organs and then causes somebody to die. Whoa! Holy cow. 3rd-degree burn, eventually the pain will stop because you're burned through all the nerve endings. Hopefully you get the burn out.
You're done.
What?
I'll kill you again in hell, my friend.
He missed him with a gunshot and he got him with a knife. I mean, cool, it's a game, obviously. But you got these rusty knives that can cause bacterial infections and then you're gonna potentially die from an infection that you don't have treatment for.
Good God. Easy there.
Whoa! He's hit left upper chest near the neck. Your aorta comes up and then the arch kind of comes down and around. If you hit there, blood's gonna be coming out a lot. Kind of really accurate and interesting. It's actually more realistic of what happens in real life. Obviously, you're gonna try to stop the bleeding. Hopefully you have a surgeon on hand that can basically get in there and fix it for you. Holy cow! The injuries that we saw today, you know, they were really good to talk about and correlate how they are to actually modern day versus what you would actually do back then, which is drink some alcohol for a sedative, get knocked out, do some sort of surgeries, and basically pray and hope that the oils and the herbs and the different alcohols that you potentially could have will help. If you guys really enjoyed this game, you know, let me know if there's any other games you want me to react to. And if you guys enjoyed this video, binge watch all these videos, please, I would appreciate it. And make sure that you subscribe, turn those bell notifications on, hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for watching and stay healthy, my friends.